Y'all know what time it is.
I know it's kind of difficult sometimes, but what are you gonna do but keep on moving? Well, I'm overworked and underpaid. It seems like 3 years since I've been laid. Time moves fast in the working class, and I can't feed the baby cause the price so gas. One room crib, I can't pay the rent, and I bought another rumble with my last 10 cents. I bounce another check, can't pay the fee, and IRS wanna chat with me. Say, hey now, yeah, what you gonna do but keep on moving? Yeah. So hey now, yeah, what you gonna do but keep on moving? Yeah. And then the xylophones hit me.
Yeah, what's true, everybody? Zenja coming at you. Yo, check it out. This is a special edition of Welcome to the Zenjaverse. We'll return to normal programming, a regular kind of schedule next week. But it's been nutty. We've had such a good time here at the Highland Games and May Day Festival. I can't even tell you. It has been a riot. And I even got this new hat, which is sweet. I was thinking about you, Leon Logothetis, when I got this hat, brother. Come hit me up for a real hug one day. You, me, Netflix. Dude, we'll just do amazing things. Anyway, love you guys out there. Stay tuned. I'm going to hit you up with so much fun stuff. I'm going to run you through some of the great stuff in our community that's happening and tell you a little bit about the small dreams that became massive and bringing so many people together from all over, all kinds of walks of life and just different backgrounds and belief systems. And it doesn't matter. We're having an absolute blast. Yeah, there's everything from music and dancing and fire and I mean, you name it. It's so everyone's got swords and kilts. Yes, it's true. It's true. Your boy's not wearing any pants. It happens. It's weird, but that's how these things go. And everybody wants a chance to just get together and have a good time. I'm so psyched you guys tuned in. Please stick around. We're gonna have a great show. We're gonna do some great Q&A, and I'm gonna do some interviews that of some of these people here. And next week we're going to return to normal scheduled programming, and we'll have Doc Shiro, my man Rob TT from Down Under. I really want to hit you up, brother, in Merlin. So we'll get back on that kind of schedule. But this week on the Zenjaverse, we are going to smash it with beauty from all kinds of people from all walks of life. And I have antlers in this picture. If I get it just right. Whatever. Love you guys. Thanks for showing up. We will talk to you in the next segment. Okay, Starseed submission. So there were so many young people doing amazing things. Yeah, it was wild. It seems like it's not just an Oregon thing to paint on bricks and walls and whatnot. So I found an underwater scene here. Someone's making art, not war. and it just looked pretty spectacular. So I had to go ahead and put that in. Look at that. The detail is amazing. Tentacles, it's like a mer kraken. I don't even know. Also, too, these little star seeds, these young ladies were making sweet bubbles. Yeah, that's right. So, I mean, that's what kids should be doing. Making sweet bubbles. Just being in the moment is beautiful. So, yeah, that was going on. I think they're going to go for a double right here. Let's see that. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's hanging. They're hanging. And is it going to go over the... Oh, nice. All right, so here's what happened. So this is the 6th annual Elk Mountain Highland Games and May Day Festival. And what happened was, years ago, a gentleman by the name of Mike Ivan, just out of nowhere, had this wild and wonderful idea. And he stepped to me one day and he said, hey man, don't you think this town needs a festival? Don't you think it needs music and like a Scottish games and, you know, all kind of vendors and fun and kids activities? And why don't we take all the money we make and then we'll donate it to the school, the Evans Valley Education Cooperative to be specific. Because, you know, homeschool kids don't all want to be at home by themselves. They want to get together and do things. But, you know, they don't have any real federal financing, so we got to, you know, bake sale it. So what happened was, my man stepped up and said, hey, he got a hold of about a half a dozen people, maybe 10 total. And out of just pure love, we started putting together this crazy thing. And what ended up happening was we thought, well, you know, we might only get like 300, maybe 400 people show up. So we ended up buying like this roll of 1,500 tickets, okay? And so the 1,500 tickets were gone by noon the first year. What? And it has just exploded since. So this little tiny dream, this little seed of a gentleman who just has a big heart and is very motivated and is willing to dot I's, cross T's, and get the work done, you know what I mean, of his own love and time. Just that little dream and reaching out to the people in his community made something magic happen that happens every year now, and it brings people from all over. We all connect. I mean, so many different groups of people here loving each other just and celebrating life because of a dream that someone had one day. And I just want to say, keep doing that. Like, reach out. The people in your community are amazing and beautiful. And if you don't know them, then you won't feel that extra beauty. You know what I mean? We have to connect. We have to amplify that. We have to resonate. And I tell you something, man, this is a place where that's happening. So I just want to say thanks to Mike and all the volunteers and everybody who just came at it with their heart and made this thing happen, not for themselves, but for service to others. You know what I mean? Wake up early, stay up late, do the work. And let me tell you something, it's worth it, fam. Get out there and just make beauty happen. It's in you. Get yourself back, okay? Do your work. Heal them shadows, you know what I'm saying? Make it happen. Integrate. And when you get yourself back, you'll realize you're a star. Really. So have at it, you know? And I just love you guys so much. So yeah, that's how this whole thing started. And I just really wanted to celebrate it and show how much love and beauty is in this community, and how just one idea that we all agree on, which is let's celebrate love and life together. If that one little idea, we just share it with our friends and the people we know, next thing you know, it's not just an idea anymore, is it? No, it's reality. 7 years ago, this festival did not exist, you know what I mean? And we've got a dozen bands and 2, you get it. Join us sometime. And for all y'all who couldn't make it this year, this goes out to you, you know. I just really wanted to, I invited everybody, the THI fam, to come out here and be with us. You know, guest list all y'all because I love you, but can't make it, you know what I'm saying? West Coast US isn't easy for everybody. So I wanted to share some of that love with you and show some of the people off, you know, and let you get a chance to just be with us, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean. Love you so much, fam. Go ahead and get ready for the next segment. Wah! Yeah, bro, hype yourself, man.
Yeah.
What's your name?
I'm still warming up. I'm Earl the Bard.
That's right, Earl. I met you a couple years ago, man. You're fantastic, bro. I just couldn't help it. This year I'm documenting, man, and I saw you, and you look fantastic as always. But I just wanted to say high five, bro. Do some of that. Love you, man. Thanks for being here. Hey, Earl.
Oh, good. Hello.
What do you say one of these days we have at least you let me have the great grace and honor of having a beer with a bard?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would that be, could we do that?
Yeah. No,
All
I'd
right.
love that.
And then maybe you could like show people off that sweet sneak you got behind your back. How's that dagger? That looks nice, bro.
It's very nice.
Yeah. All right, very cool. Hey, hit me up. We'll have that beer. What do you think?
Okay, yeah, that sounds wonderful. Thank you so much.
See you in a sec, bro. Oh! What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Zenjaverse, and guess what we have here? Welcome to Oberon's Traveling Tavern. Who do we have here?
I'm Oberon. Nice to see you.
It's so good to see you, brother. Listen, you have something really special going on. A lot of people don't, and that is a traveling what?
A traveling tavern that folds up and disappears into obscurity. It looks like a trailer when it's closed up here.
It's amazing. I got to tell you, you're one of the biggest draws here at the festival, brother. How you doing? We'll talk soon. Look at this. Look at all these amazing people. So I just wanted to, say real quick, like that we here love you in the community, and we just want to give you a chance to just shout out what you're doing that's so amazing and why everybody loves you guys so much.
I think they love us because we really enjoy being a part of the scene in a beautiful and exciting way.
It's true, and you're always
also booze. People love booze. They really do.
They do, and I got to tell you, man, you're doing something right. What's the secret? What's the real magic?
The real magic is you have to love what you do and work really, really hard to make it happen, even when it's not simple or easy.
No, when you're dreaming big, sometimes you got to dot those I's and cross those T's, and maybe that's not what we want to do, but at the end of the day, what happens?
Yes.
You're looking at it, brother.
Yes.
Hey, listen, I love you, man, and thank you for all you do. I'm going to sneak in here if that's okay and say hi to your folks, if that's all right. Oh, God, everyone here looks so good. All right, so here we are for the last piece of the Oberon interview. What's up? I just want to say hello to everybody at Oberon's and find out what it is that makes you guys so magical and why you look fantastic, by the way. How you doing there?
I'm well, how are you?
So tell YouTube why you are you. Oh my gosh, I got to get a deck of those. Everybody look, this is hilarious. You see that? Okay, now I want to flip that. Are you trying to look down mine? I don't got anything special. Oh wait, I got to get that picked. Too good. Oberons, we love you guys. Thanks for smiling. Thanks for being who you are. Say bye to YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Check it out. You all know what we're doing. We know what time it is. We're talking to amazing people here in the community. And I'm with Stu, a.k.a. the Drunken Carpenter. Have me back up, ladies. There you go. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's doing real work. That's legit. That's a real craft. So I wanted to hit you up, sir, with a few questions if you have a minute.
Absolutely.
So first of all, tell me, what brings you the greatest joy in what you're doing, carpentry? Like, what is it about that kind of makes you feel connected? You know what I mean?
Sure. So I've done a lot of carpentry throughout the years of varying types. I've done some joinery and a little bit of furniture making and whatnot, but there's something really cathartic about molding something out on the lathe, and it's just a smooth, continuous craft of just taking the wood away, and you just lose track of time and get into what you're doing, and something just sort of appears before your eyes so smoothly and gradually. It's extremely meditative, and it's a lot of fun.
I like that, meditative. So it's really something, it's not just about the end product, but you're really in the process of it.
Right.
How long have you been doing it, man?
I've had the lathe for about a year, actually.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was kind of it was a transition from what I normally do.
What were you doing before that?
I'm a mechanic. I work on vehicles, so.
Yeah, so you work with your hands, and those skills come in handy.
Right. There's some crossover between the skills.
So let me hit you up with this, and this might sound like kind of a cliche question,
Sure.
but I can't help but think of Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance.
Oh yeah.
Right? You know that book? And the idea of just being present and being in that moment,
Right.
is really big. So it sounds like you've been doing that anyway without ever reading that book. It's just part of you.
Yeah, I feel that.
What do you feel about this festival and the people here?
This is my first time in Elk Mountain. It's interesting because it's a different sort of crowd, and in a way a more diverse crowd than like the Fairy Worlds or like the pirate festivals and whatnot, because you've got such a wide range of people that came here to party, and some people that are maybe just got invited by a coworker and were really not into the festival scene hardly at all.
Yeah.
And so it's good to see those two communities kind of bridging together, and it's interesting to see people get a kick out of handmade things, because there's a little bit of my stuff at our merchant cart, and there's Don's and Tanks over there, and it's just so wild to see people pick things up and kind of process the difference between something that you can just buy off the shelf in the store and something that somebody like put their hands into, and even if it's not something they want to maybe spring on, on the fly, at least you get everybody gets a kick out of that.
It's so true. There's something different about when you can feel the energy of the person in it when that is your craft.
Oh yeah.
So I won't. Oh, dude, you're working hard. Look at that hand, people. Yo, he ain't playing. Okay, so I'll make this short. I want to take all your time. Oh, actually, you know what? People got to see that goblet.
Yeah.
Check this out. My man's doing it right, people. Look at that. That's it. That's it. Okay, so last question. What is it you'd like to share with the world? Like, if there's a piece of wisdom or a piece of advice, or just something you feel like everyone could connect to that could level everybody up. Like on this show, we talk to people from all over the world of all different walks of life.
Right.
What is it, do you think, that all people could learn from, or just a piece of wisdom you heard? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What is that gem that you're going to share with us, Stu?
Oh man, a gem. Getting back on the cliche train, I guess, is just this is a do what you love thing. I'm out in the sun in the good weather, turning out sweet goblets, and I got some wands over there and stuff, and nobody's getting rich selling goblets on a merchant cart at the bar, and and tips and whatnot. But I make it work, and you've got to profit a little bit on your craft, but you also have to stay sane. I know as a person, I can't clock in every day for years and years and just go back home and fall into a rhythm. And so it was. And I've done that for lots and lots of years, and I've gotten away from that, and I can't say it's been easier,
right?
But, even if it's more stressful in a sense, at least it feels wholesome and it feels fulfilling.
Yeah,
so,
you're being you.
Yeah,
and I just love that, man. I'm so thankful to hear that. Have you found that even though maybe there's a little less money in one career than another, there's more joy?
Oh yeah, I mean I don't mind working on vehicles, and it was my craft for a long time, and I still do it because I have to make the ends meet and whatnot. But but there's nothing super fulfilling and cathartic about it, because it's you work on 99% vehicles that need to be fixed, and 1% stuff you might want to work on.
All right.
Not everybody brings in a Chevelle or
I feel that.
So.
Well, let me again. Sorry, I did say last question, but I guess I lied.
It happens.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to hype? Like, do you have like a business you want to tell everybody about?
I just started an LLC called Mainsail Craftworks. And
How do we find you, bro?
It's sort of a project in development. I have an email address, mainsailcraftworksllc@gmail.com. I have blank Instagram and Facebook business pages, and a blank website that very soon will be populated with pictures from here, pictures of my work, and information about commissions and sets and all the different types of stuff that I can do.
That's badass. I'm super glad to hear that. So check it out, y'all. Y'all know I'm on Instagram, right? So what I'll do is I'm going to follow Stu, okay? So if you're looking for his stuff, y'all can check him out, all right? So, okay, we love you. Thanks for listening in, and thank you so much, Stu. It was a pleasure meeting you, man. I will just knuckles on camera. Actually, I'm a hug.
Yeah, let's get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, get it, brother.
Love you, brother. Hey, listen, thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely.
And I'm really glad to have met you, man. We'll talk again, okay?
Great, yeah,
I'll follow you on Instagram. Cheers. Thanks, brother. All right, everybody, y'all know what time it is. Hugs on camera. Hugs on camera. Love. And I'm just going for it. Is that cool? All right, I'll sweep around. Brother, can I get you? I want to get all of this. Hugs on camera. Hey, we love you. Everybody's different, and that's a beautiful thing. Let's come together and just love this world. See you in a minute. Right there. I'll show you the time. So I go, hugs on camera. And then we come in here and we go, hey, everybody, should we dream big? Should we dream big, you think? Ladies?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you think love wins?
Love always wins.
Love always wins. And by the way, have you seen these now? You know about us. We know we're always trying to catch dreams and make them come true because we love each other, and together we can do anything, right, people? Someone is seeing through dream glasses right here. And I just want to say thank you so much for letting me have a moment with you and feel your magic, sis.
Thank you.
Bye.
Sitting in a trailer on the west side of the country. Gotta stay inside this rainy day. I can come down to my monitor. It smells kind of funky, 'cause he used to live a drunkie. Just smoke her stuff and tweak her day away. That's good. Hey, you know I'm in a hurry, Lord, I'm headed for Missouri. Don't you know that's where my baby lays? Yeah, she's from North Carolina. I'm sure she would not mind you. Just smoke her stuff and tweak her day away.
You.
Thank you, that's the show.
Hey, hype yourself. Tell me your names and where you're from, gents.
The brothers read all the way from here.
Yeah!
Oregon.
And what are going on?
Yo, check it out, everybody. Boilie dancing. Legit, yo. I've never seen that. I'm so amped. I'm not even joking. This is ill. Everybody, I'm telling you, this is why we love our community. Look at that mama goddess energy and my main man over here bringing it up. Bringing that feng shui. Love you. This is awesome. What's your name, man?
name is Will.
I love you, Will. You're going to be on YouTube, baby. We're going to see you soon. Serious, man. You look gorgeous. That beard, may I?
Yes, you may.
Word, son. All right, hey, give me a hug right here on camera.
This is the face of masculinity.
Dude, it's a beautiful thing. All right, love you guys. We're going to see you on stage soon. that crazy rockabilly version of the Beastie Boys noise. Oh my God, bringing good times. Just got off a 4,000-mile tour. These kids ain't playing. Let's hear it for the John Doe Boys one time. Check out my man's shoes in the back. Yo, check out my man's shoes in the back. It's like he's about to go fetch like rice. Y'all looking at the fire. I'm checking out the dude's shoes by the mat.
He's gonna die from doing this. He's not.
Whoa. People are just having a good time out here today. It's just non-stop. You don't even know what's going on, you know? There's people everywhere. Check it. Oh, dude, my cat's got a sword right now. Oh, y'all know what time it is. Yeah, people have good times. Oh, she's doing it. Oh, yeah.
I'm sure they did this in the rain.
I'll pick it up now.
what you have and how you please. Don't let your fellow man tell you how to play your game. If you do this bad, it might be your game. You go out and find your highway, going on the open road. And if you find yourself in a hideaway, now you even find a way out of that hole. It cuts your strings and follow your dreams. Surely your heart will lead. But going out alone is the best way to go. At least that's how we sing. Go out and find your highway, going on the open road. And if you find yourself in a hideaway, out of the stories never told, that mean nothing. Felt like the heroes gold when you let it all go. You fight beats and be set free. You go out and find your highway, put on the open road. Sing me a song of a past that is gone. Could that last be Mary of soul, she sailed on a day over the sea to sky. Give me again all that was there. Give me the sun that shone. Give me the eyes. Give me the soul. Give me the land that's gone.
Whoa, that's so sweet. Oh, that looks fun. And the proprietor of the shop, how is this going, good sir?
Pretty good. We're staying hydrated. It's hot out. People are beautiful. The performances are great.
Oh, isn't that the truth, man? I love your shop in here, bro. You got nothing but good stuff, you know what I mean? So, hey, you want to hype your shop real quick, like?
This is Alba Trading Co., based out of Hillsborough, originally from Scotland. This is Tom O'Neill, the owner-operator.
Look at Tom O'Neill, the owner-operator. He doesn't look like he's operating anything. He's just chilling.
Trying to operate his consciousness.
I'm chilling out.
I like it. Well, you're doing the right thing, brother. Thanks, guys, and thank you for the performance. And this is the meal that Thomas prepared for us. It was amazing. It was just an incredibly authentic curry with some turmeric rice. And check that out. Yes, that's a pint glass of black vodka with a Scotch chaser. Yeah. Wow, thank you so much for joining me for that and joining us for that. It was so incredible. We're going to get on with the show here. Look at my man in the Guy Fawkes mask. Righteous. Have faith in the next generation, people. We're going to get on with regularly scheduled programming. So I received a lot of Q&A this week. So much. And thank you so much for reaching out. We're going to cover all of it, I promise. So why don't we just go ahead and step into the Q&A section. Q&A with Zenja. Q&A with Zenja. Q&A with Zenja. All right, everybody, we're doing it. So it's Q&A time. And yeah, thank you so much for all your questions. Here's the deal. I got so many questions about the ET thing. It was nuts. It's like 2 or 3 to 1 for all the other stuff. And I really want, and since there's a huge demand for it, and I'm sweet to talk about it, I will hit it, but I want to answer all the questions you have about non-humans and stuff in a special piece. I'll do that next week, okay? So I'm already working on it, and hopefully I'll have a piece together for everybody to kind of explain the generalities of it, and I think you'll enjoy it. So that should be week 3. But again, I want to handle that, properly and build that bridge correctly. So we'll get to that. But we have a lot of other great questions, so I just want to tackle that right now. And sorry if I seem a little winded. I just got back from the festival, so I'm piecing this all together before we launch it tomorrow morning. Anyway, great questions coming up. So the first question I got from someone with a great name, and their name was Emerge and See, right? Emergency, like emerge and the letter N and then S-E-E. Anyway, nice, from the UK. Emergency, thanks for that, your question. So it goes like this. The question was, could you please explain the number 13? Now, I think that question to me is real straightforward because you see it throughout the mystery schools. You see it throughout, all history, and not just hidden history, but not so hidden history. There's a lot of that. In fact, I'll hit you up with some pictures here in a second to explain it. But first off, let me explain that it means a lot of things from a lot of different directions. So at a really base level, you think of 13 as something as a prime, and it has interesting mathematical properties that that matter to certain people in certain sciences. It's almost kind of like the opposite of how 3, 6, 9, the stuff Nikola Tesla was working on, how those numbers are incredibly important in terms of extra-dimensional math or toroidal math, the types of math where we engage extra-dimensional properties. For instance, when you're building a Vimana, let's say you're going to build a spacecraft, or you're going to, not maybe even a spacecraft, something that's electrogravitic. You want to create gravity wells and be able to zip around in your little, your little disc, right? What you'll do is you'll put mercury in a pressurized ring, right? And in that pressurized ring of mercury, when you add an electrical current, there's a toroidal effect. In other words, there are vortices created, and that's where 3, 6, 9 come in, and they create a field, and we can get into that later, but it creates a certain curvature that matters for science. Okay, well, it's very arced, whereas 13 is kind of the opposite mechanically, and it's very angular. Okay, it's a prime. So people who are into those kinds of things will know why that matters. You take it to another level, it's organizational. Okay, so it means 12 plus 1. 13 is 12 plus 1. So what that means is you have a group of 12, okay, and with one leader, okay, one is the top of that, okay, and so you'll see packs of 13 running around. Now, check this out. It happens to be very important and very useful in terms of research. For instance, it's very common in the military for persons to, when they're trying to solve a problem, instead of just have one person that thinks they're smart about everything, solve it. What they do is they'll get 12 people in a consortium, right, in a like a committee, like a problem-solving committee. And those 12 persons will be very varied because they want very many different types of brains in the room. So, for instance, they'll typically have 6 females, 6 males, right? You'll have introverts, extroverts. You'll have blue collar, white collar. You have people from all different kinds of places, people who are historians, people who are engineers, this kind of thing, so that they can bang at a problem from every direction. And so it's very common to have a 12 plus 1, which is 13 type of coven. Okay, so there's that. Now, what a lot of people are probably thinking I'm going to get to is the gematria of it, how 13 represents, check it out, let me get it on the camera. This is one of the oldest gang signs ever, okay? And what's that? That's an M, okay? So, actually, I'll give you a picture. Okay, so right, you're all familiar with this picture, right? So look closely at their hands, okay? They're each making an M and touching each other's fingers. And when you think about the symbolism of that and how one is giving life to the other and this this pact that's kind of there. Okay, so this has been around a long time. M stands for, the man, right? Moloch, Marduk, that position, that title, that entity. And if it's like claiming servitude toward. So if you're throwing that gang sign and you're claiming 13s and stuff, then what you're doing is you're trying to reference up to those entities, or that entity specifically of M. But now check this out, because I got this question from Emergency yesterday, and then today I met a guy who'd been all around the world, from Israel, everywhere, and he just banged it out. And instead of telling you more reasons 13 is important, I'm going to let my new friend Ben Yosef tell you about it, because we were talking to this gentleman, and at a certain point I just had to put a camera on him because he just had so much to offer. And he started talking about the number 13 and its relationship to the Tetragrammaton and all that stuff. So instead of me explaining it, I'm going to send you over to my man Yosef, and it's 6 minutes, but it's him just talking about that stuff. And so since I'm kind of making this special for the Highland Games and the people I met, it's like a little mini interview, and I'm going to let you have it with him. And shout out to you, Yosef, man. We'll talk soon, okay? All right, so on the 13 tip, emergency, check out this gentleman and what he has to say.
The first coming of the Mashiach, the Hebrew Mashiach, is love, and that's 13. So Echad, Yehovah Echad, Yehovah Ahava, is God is one and God is love.
See,
that is the bookend that ties together the giving of the Torah, embodiment of the Torah and the Messiah, which we all come to embody as we evolve and transcend this level of consciousness.
Thank you. By the way, this is my new friend, all right? Ben Yosef, amazing gentleman. I'm really glad I met him. Can I hit you up for one more thing, sir? So when I hear what you're saying, it resonates, and it makes me think that there's a lot of spiritual traditions throughout the world that are trying to address this idea that we are separate but one. Both are true.
You're right.
And if you could kind of encapsulate that, to just piggyback what you already said, if there was one thing you could tell people from every walk of life, whether they're young, old, Christian or not, you know what I mean, black or white, doesn't matter, what is it we can all connect on to come together to be that one thing and have ourselves back as a species?
Yeah, I would look to Buddhism and compassion. What we find on this level of consciousness is suffering. We're all going through suffering all around the world. Whatever tradition you follow, either you're an atheist, you're an Aboriginal, which are basically Taoists, and they believe in pantheism. They believe that God is everything, and that's Hebrew Kabbalists. They know that also God is everything, present everywhere. So we have to kind of rise above some of the old ways of thinking.
Yes, think differently.
Kind of Christianity and the Roman Church and the way they twisted a lot of the teachings that were given, even the name of the first coming of the Hebrew Messiah was changed to what we call, say, Jesus. So when we say is what sacred geometry and what this numerology is implying is tying the I Ching to our DNA codons, to the Mayan calendar, Kabbalah. So all these traditions around the world are connected. Sacred geometry is Yeah, and they're connected, and if we make the effort to show that, then we can let down these boundaries.
Yeah.
And between us and them, and so and then you see the unity in the we.
Yes. And so how is it that a person will integrate both the head knowledge and the heart space, because they're so different, bro? Like, what is it for you that allows that to align, and so that they're not at odds?
Again, yeah, Buddhism is because what we learn from all that suffering, that we're all suffering on this level from. What's the lesson? Is you learn compassion.
Yes.
That's what the Buddha taught. You learn compassion. Once you've suffered enough and you look at the world and see all the suffering in it, then you really see that we're all one. You don't see the difference. It's not us versus them anymore. We have to work together. Work together to end war. We have to work together and hunger and to save this planet right now.
Yes, brother, I agree with you 100%. So whether we call it the Buddha seed or Christ consciousness or what label we want to put on that, what we're talking about is a feeling space, not a separate mental space, but a connected space.
They say that it's the longest journey is from the heart to the head.
Yeah.
To connect the mental and emotional bodies, and we learn that in Kabbalah, and we have to also realize that all the Aboriginal people, the First Nation, they teach these same principles.
Yeah, it's not new knowledge.
No, it's because they live it.
Yeah,
they live it, and they see spirit in everything.
That's awesome.
And so we should look to the Aboriginal people, and how to take care of this earth, because they never lost that.
Brother, you're so right.
That part of seeing that spirit is in everything.
It's true. The time of the sixth sun is now. Those Aboriginal, that wisdom is with us now. Do you have, by chance, any way people can connect with you, or do you have a business, or if people want to learn more, or like, I just kind of want to hype your spot, bro, at the end here, just to let people know what you're up to. If they
I guess Facebook, Ben Yosef on Facebook.
Got it.
I post knowledge, esoteric knowledge.
Perfect.
Doing a lot of peace work in the Middle East.
I love you for that.
Abrahamic reunion, they call it. Jerusalem peacemakers.
Yeah.
Bringing together those three Abrahamic traditions.
Yeah.
And those are actually it's a tribal tradition that were turned into these religions, but when they come together, it's a family.
Yes.
Esau, Jacob, and Ishmael. It's a family reunion. These traditions were broken in pieces, but they come from Abraham. It's one family, and most of the war and things we're seeing right now are coming from this family feud, this division between these three religions.
But if we become one family,
then the knowledge that comes from this particular tradition, and we learn from mystery schools and things like that, is the Kabbalah is very powerful in the way it ties all this knowledge together, and it's the missing link to unified field here.
I love it. No, exactly, because
free energy.
You're speaking my language, bro, big time. Man, I'm so glad I met you. I gotta run, my battery's dying here. Thank you for doing what you do, man, and thank you for being who you are and suffering the journey.
Peace.
Adonai, baby, we got this. We're all one. Thank you so much, bro. I gotta give you a hug on camera. It's just what it is, you know what I mean? All right, one love, everybody. We're all different, but we're all one. Thank you so much, Yosef. Appreciate that. Sorry about the audio on that. It got pretty bagpipey there at the festival, but this was the book he was looking at. Interesting, right? I mean, there's just so much there. You could just pick this head all day. Okay, so the next question, I got this from a lot of people. I ain't gonna call a name out on this one. People were asking me about the Notre Dame, excuse me. Inside job, that one. It took a lot of people a long time to put together that, this whole 9/11 thing, man, was just all done on the inside. Blood for oil, making no money, just, sacrificing people for their own gain and all that nonsense. Okay, so let's just jump to the chase. I know it's not pretty, but let's just hit it now. Okay, it seems incredibly obvious to me. And again, don't believe me, right? I'm just telling you what it looks like to me from someone who's been on the inside for days. and just this stuff, you can sniff it out right away. And there's lots of reasons that you might want to research this. So here's what I'm saying. Okay, so the Notre Dame fire is an inside job, right? Fire sale, right? Right, they want money. These guys are broke. Now, historically, the Vatican has been like the richest secret society ever. Now, as someone who's had access to secret Vatican books for days, I can tell you that they got mad cash, right? And they have for thousands of years, right? That group that's calling themselves the Vatican now has kind of had historically kind of inherited a lot of the money from the past. They're rich, okay? So now, Rothschilds are all tied up in that noise, right? So now they are having mad fire sales. They never sell anything, right? They just buy. They bet on every horse, so it doesn't matter who wins the presidency. You know what I'm saying? It's pocketed. So what they did is they set up. Again, this is how it looks to me. It's interesting to me that like a week before they had this, or 2 weeks before they had this fire, they did renovations, and they hauled out a ton of artifacts that were incredibly valuable to them, right? All of a sudden, boom, this place lights up. Well, you know, they got mad tunnels, and they have so much, dirty laundry buried under there, and things they don't want people to find, you know? What they do, and people are hot on their trail right now, like people are beating down their door, you know what I mean? Good guys are trying to like really hold corruption at the top. There's a lot of good Catholic people out there, but if there's corruption at the top, those people need to have their feet held to the fire. So yeah, they're running out of money, man. They broke, right? And here's what happens, right? So then they have this big fire, right? And then all of a sudden people are like heartbroken, and they donate $700 million to the Vatican. Yo, and they take it. I'm sorry, son. It goes like this. If you're a religious person, you know that there's hungry people out there. You can't eat at church. Take that. If the Vatican was being spiritual people, they would say, yo, keep your money, people. Keep that $700 million and go feed kids. Yo, Flint, Michigan don't have clean water. Figure that out. Build another church. You can't eat churches. Okay? So yeah, this one shouldn't take 20 years or what, you know, what is 16, you know, however many years it took for people to figure out that there's this inside job and going on, all the secret society punks doing whatnot, you know. That's what's up with that. It's oh, by the way, did you notice what date it was done on? Yo, okay, go back and look at that date in history and look at, like, we're talking important, what do you call it? Disasters, okay, bombings, assassinations. Look at that date, okay? They did that date's on purpose, yo. And now everybody knows. I mean, you know, a lot of people are savvy to how this stuff goes on. I'm just some guy out there looking at it, right? But if you'd seen what I'd seen, it would just like look like one more play, yo, one more play. So that's up with that. Oh yeah, and another thing on that Notre Dame fire. Okay. Again, don't believe me, but check this out, all right? How suspicious is this? On all the news channels, right, when this thing is fully ablaze, it's just torching, okay? Firefighters are scared to walk in. They announce on TV the day it's blazing. They say, investigators have already ruled out arson, but they'll be able to do a thorough search when... Okay, stop. Go ask any fire marshal you know. If in the middle of just a torching bonfire, right, of evidence just burning, okay? Ask any fire marshal if in the middle of that torchy mass, when firefighters are scared to go near it, the investigators have already ruled out arson. I mean, don't believe me. Just, that matters. You know what I'm saying? It's a clue. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's the real question. So the third question I'm going to hit this a little bit hard. I think it's important. This is going to be kind of a long Q&A section. I got asked a lot about the manner we're holding trust, right? And people wanted to know who this Kim person is. They want to understand, like, well, if she's the trustee of the money, and there's an incredible amount of funds there, and it belongs to the people, well, how come she can't just put it in everybody's bank accounts? Why can't she just give it back or start humanitarian projects? And let me tell you something, she would love to. But the problem is she can't just give you the money if you're going to have to go to a Rothschild-owned bank to get it. Because what's going to happen is she's going to put those funds, okay? Let's say she says, okay, well, your family is owed historically over, thousands of years, millions of dollars, right? She wanted to, it'd be a bad idea to give her millions of dollars for lots of reasons. But if you were going to help somebody out and give them those funds back, and she went to put in a Rothschild bank, they would just like, clink, they would take it. And what's she going to do, get a plane and just fly over your house and drop gold on it? It doesn't work like that. What we need is we need new structures, okay? We need new banking structures. We need the Fed out, right? We need the Treasury's a mess, okay? We need all that squared away. We need the bad guys out of the way so that she can get, when there's a humanitarian project and she wants to get it to an individual, or say, for instance, she wants to give a good amount of money to disaster relief after a hurricane, so she gives a bunch of money to FEMA to go handle that, and then they just go, what? And they just like take that money and they don't fix anything with it. It's like now she has to go, the comptroller, she can just get that money back, but the bottom line is it's not getting to you because these bad guys in the way. There's this middleman. Okay, you got good people down here, 8 billion people. You got the people with the trust, with Kim at the top, and all the team right up in there. And there's that layer, okay? So we got to get rid of that layer. But now my hat is off to the Prince of Fiji. Like, literally, brother, you did the right thing. So what you did is you wanted to bounce all those old bankers, right, bro? And then what you did was, or Your Highness, I'm sorry, not to be too familiar with royalty, but you know what I mean? You did the right thing as a soul brother, right? Like you said, look, we need new banks. And then we're going to set up a new central bank. Therefore, Kim can get the funds to you. And you can do all those projects, right? And not like in Liberia when Kim tried to give those guys 5.9, okay, how many was that? $1 trillion? Almost $6 trillion. She tried to give to Liberia, and then some fool cat decides to try to steal over 30 million of it, right? It's like everyone just wants to try to cash in on this. It's stupid. So what we need to do is we need to elevate our game in terms of banking, right? And don't trip too hard on it. And don't spend a ton of time on like, oh, the history of Kim. Like, what matters is her heart is righteous, and what she wants to do is the right thing. And if you dig into it, and I'll post some links, it'll explain it, and you'll understand why we still have these holdups. But I promise you, it's coming. Like, it's coming. The funding is already happening. Check out Time of the Sixth Sun. Okay, check it out. Check it out. That's that's manna right there. Okay, so check that out. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, and I promise that next week I'll just do the one. I'll just bang out the ETNT thing that you guys have been asking about. So there's that. I hope that answers some of your questions. I know you'll have more, but please do research these things. Don't take my word for it. Just really know that there's a lot of information out there, and some of the stuff's pretty obvious. If you did go, oh man, it's right in front of my face. It's like, right, you just weren't looking. You know what I mean? Or you were hoping people were less corrupt than they were. Right? So anyway, we'll hit that up next week. I want to get on with some more of the festival because it just was brilliant. I mean, oh my goodness, it just filled my heart, and so I'm going to get on with that.
Yo.
You here? I'm about to cudgel the school. Check it. Whoa, I was trying to do this, bro. Whoa. Come on now. Whoa. Choke was coming. I thought a choke was coming. This guy is about to get cudgeled. Yo!
Down my wrist.
Nice! Okay. Third time's a charm. I'm gonna wreck this guy. after all that, you look winded. It's harder for the bad guys. Be relaxed. Enjoy yourself. Don't attack anybody. Especially this guy. He's out. Hey everybody. Thanks for joining me here on the Zenjaverse. I gotta tell you, it has been a wonderful week full of wonderful people, big dreams coming true, and it's just been amazing. Thank you for all your love. I hope you felt the love we're feeling here. I hope that you just got to be with us for a minute, even though you might be around the world. So many wonderful people. Yo, my THI fam out there, everywhere from Sweden to Africa to all the way down under. You know, I mean, it's just everywhere. I'm just full of the love you guys have been sending. So thank you so much. Yeah, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Catch you later. All right, everybody. So we're about to do the last song, get to the music. Just a final sign out here. I just want to say thank you again. We're going to be returning to regular scheduled stuff. Oldest tricks in the book. We'll get to your Q&A. We're going to, by the way, everyone check out The Sixth Sun. Please do. It's amazing. Jen, you're amazing. All your people down there. Just fantastic. Check out the call out list in the description. I'm going to try to get all the links in there and try to blow everybody up and really just find places we can all connect and communicate in one way or another. Yeah, you know, I got to finish up in the car, but I just really did have to just do kind of a final polish out here and say, get ready for some music. I'm going to show you some more pictures. Thanks for joining us for this special edition. Oh, by the way, it's 11:11 right now. It's Sunday night, and so this is going to launch in about 12 hours. So we got to knock this out. Get ready for this track coming up. It's the music got laid down by Amicus, and he named it I Name All the Birds I See, and from that it inspired me to write some lyrics. And so this is what happened. And for all you who couldn't make it, thanks again for joining us. Enjoy the music. And we'll see you next week. Oh, by the way, dream big, love wins @gmail.com. Zenja out. As I walk through the forest and the flowers, ferns and trees, they reach out with their loving leaves for me. When the stars and the sun reach so far just for fun, with their rays like hugs from space for me, and the creatures and the beasts fall freely at my feet, I can't help it, I name birds I see. Well, the creatures and the beasts fall freely at my feet, I can't help it, I name birds I see. Spend my whole life waiting just to learn. There's nothing worth waiting